Itchy ear. Dickbot's doing dickbot things.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. And then we're going to have a look at that. I heard myself. And then we're going to have a look at that.
Oh, we are live.
I heard myself. And then we're going to have a look at that.
Oh, we are live.
Correct.
And we sound good.
Myself.
So.
We sound fabulous.
Indeed.
Okay, that's nice. I heard that. Oh, I've got an itchy ear. Okay. And you're hearing this?
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Love it. Thank you very much.
Oh.
Yep.
That sounds about right. Let's go.
Alrighty.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Shut up and sit down.
Here we go!
Would you kindly? I think we're just getting started. Medic! I'm a witcher.
I think this is more than you can handle.
He sits on his ass all day.
Let's do this.
Well, hello there. This is not the news. This is not a public announcement to say that you only have seconds to live. But this is the Overseas Connection podcast. And my name is Robin, and I'm in Ballymena, Northern Ireland, and I'm joined by Kim tonight. Hello, Kim.
Hi, howdy.
Howdy.
I'm from Missouri.
And this is episode 784 for the 12th of May, our Lord, 2024. My goodness, how did that happen? I remember when it was 1915, and we were all just whippersnappers. And we do this every single week around 8 o'clock UK time and 12 o'clock West Coast, 3 p.m. East Coast time, and 2 p.m. in Central. And we go out live on twitch.tv/OC podcast and, of course, youtube.com/OC podcast. So if you're there and either one of those, hit a like, a subscribe, and let us know you're there. The chat is open, so you can come along and say hi live. And that would be lovely. We are a video games podcast. I mean, long in the tooth now, going for many, many, many years. And it's more like a therapy session where we get together as buddies and have a chat and see what happens for themselves over the last week or so. And then chat a little bit about games and some game news and have a bit of crack, hopefully. Our glorious leader, Greg DeLacy, is off playing with his mum today because it's Mother's Day in the US, which is one of those strange ones where it's not the UK. The Father's Day matches up, I believe, but Mother's Day doesn't. So, you know, I suppose we could do it twice, but no, we're doing it once. So he's spoiling his mother. And that's not lovely. So if you're in the US and I don't know your mum, give her my number. Okay. Okay. There's a couple of birthdays on the charts. We did miss one. Veteran Stu Fowler. He was like mega old on the 10th of May. Happy birthday to you, Stu. And Dave Avery is a very, very distinguished age tomorrow. So happy birthday to you, and I hope you have a good one.
Indeed.
Happy birthday to you!
Yeah. So Kim,
Yes.
how the hell are you?
I'm good, actually. It's like 80 degrees here, so it's finally warmed up. So that's
Oh,
nice.
yeah. Well, let's do this stuff here.
Alrighty.
Hooray, it's story time. Hooray, it's story time. I'm so glad to be with you today.
Do you know what? You're absolutely right. I mean, our summer is probably over, but I am driving around. I caught myself the other morning taking the kids to school, and this is at 8:15, 8:30 in the morning, and I had the roof of the car down completely, and I caught myself smiling at how good it was. I dropped the kids off at school. Queen was blasting away on the radio.
Nice.
And here's me in my shorts, Monday morning, 8 o'clock, the sun is shining, and I'm as happy as a pig in doo-doo. And
There you go.
so it's nice to see. It's nice to feel. There's been a few days this week where it's been getting better because one good day in the sun, the air is cold, but there's been a couple of days of nice build up. So the last couple of days the air has been warm. It's been lovely. I'm happy to hear that that's happening with you as well. And
Finally.
And will that be consistent now, Kim? Will it?
Gosh, I hope so, because I just did turn our heat back off. I actually had to turn it on here the other night because it got down and got really cold, and I was kind of miffed about that. But hopefully, I mean, it is almost the middle of May at this point, so we're not very far from summer now.
Isn't it crazy? How did that happen?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 6 months retired now. How did that happen?
Right.
I'll be
I don't know.
in my coffin before you know it. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely nutty. What have you been doing? What have you been up to?
Well, I joined the tooth extraction club. We all know Mark had his pulled here, last week or the week before?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had mine pulled this last Thursday, so far so good. You know, I don't think I'm in as much pain as Mark was. At least I'm not off sneaking somebody's morphine or anything, but
Was it a back tooth for you, wasn't it?
yeah, it was a wisdom tooth, so
Oh,
yeah,
mine are still
I was
there.
not
Mine never came
Huh?
up. Mine never gave me any bother.
Well, mine didn't at first, and mine actually really didn't, but they had a cavity in there, and she's like, well, it's your wisdom tooth. She says, you're not really going to miss it once it's gone, so she pulled it. And next month, I have to go back on the other side and have the other one pulled because she says there's starting to be a cavity or something in it. So I'm like, all right, well, let's pull it. So it was funny. We were sitting there, she numbed me down, and she's like, oh, there's going to be a little bit of pressure as she's pushing up on my upper jaw, and I'm like, yeah, a little bit of pressure.
I don't
rip it out
want
of
to
my face.
complain too much, but I'm going
Right.
to complain. And if it wasn't just that you were doing this, I'd be calling you all the efforts in the world.
Right. And then it cracked. And I don't know, I've had like another tooth down here pulled before, and I never heard it crack. So when I heard this one crack, it kind of, I tensed, you could tell I tensed up, and she's like, no, that's fine. And I'm like, okay, I don't know why the cracking like freaked me out, but it did. But it's all good. Like I said, there was I couldn't feel her doing it. There was no pain. She numbed me up really well. So I've been real good. I've been sticking to the soft food and all that. And I really want a soda right now, but I'll give it a few more days before I even try that. So.
Oh dear.
So,
poor Kim.
And apparently, I'm not the only one, because there was a couple other people I was talking to over at Lousy at Gaming, and they've been having dental work done. So apparently it's the time for it, apparently. So.
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't like the dentist, but I go, so.
Right.
What do you do?
Yeah, I didn't used to like the dentist, but I don't know. They don't bother me now. And somebody was complaining about going and getting an eye appointment, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'd rather go have my eyes checked than to go to the dentist. At least I know that the eye doctor's not going to pull my eye out. So
yeah, but they're getting more and more vicious there too. I mean, they have this machine where it puffs air into your eyeball. Oh, that's new. And what the heck's all that all about?
Right. Well, that's like at the dentist. They have the panoramic X-ray machine now that goes around your head, and you're afraid to move for fear that thing's going to whop you upside the head. So
what is it?
That was a new one.
The opticians as well. What is it with them all? They're all so young.
I know.
Or am I just old? Like
Well,
policemen
we're
and
that
women,
way.
they're all young whippersnappers
Right.
now. And if they were out of their uniform, I'd go, you know nothing. You've
Right.
Got, you've got a gun.
You got to be in high school, right?
Yeah.
well.
Well, with that good weather, I've been out. I've started to tackle all the fencing around the bandstand and all the back place, and then so all the way up the driveway. And I'm doing it in chunks. And I was trying to do it in between the rain, so but I can only manage probably about 30 feet of it at a time, and then I get absolutely numb.
Right.
It's horrible. Yes, you can listen to something in the podcast or something, or some book or something out there, but it's just mind numbing, and it's going to take weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah.
Over the last couple of days, one of our kids over the last few months has been in a drama school, and they've been working on Oliver. And the performance of it was this weekend. Now, of course, the place where they go to rehearse is in Ballymena, our town, and where they were having the performance was in Belfast, 40 miles away. And of course, she's one of our foster kids, so she had to go to rehearsals on Friday after school. So Judith picked her up and brought her down, But rehearsals weren't over until 9:30. Now, this little girl's 8. So she was at rehearsals. Judith then, there was no sense coming home. So she met a friend and done some shopping and hung around and got her home. And then Saturday, there was 2 performances. So on Saturday, Judith took her down for 12 o'clock into Belfast. And Jasmine and I, we were going to see the 2:30 performance. So we left about 1 o'clock and dropped one of the boys off at the gym through Ballymena, then into Belfast with Jasmine. We stopped at McDonald's on the way down the road to get her a bite to eat and a toilet break, because she's 6. Then we went to the show. Of course, it was the warmest day of the year so far, and we were inside a bloody theatre. And then after that show was over, say about 4:30, I had to wait for her to come out into the reception area, and then I collected her and brought her 30 miles, almost all the way home, to meet Judith with the little girl's real mother and her sister. And they got another McDonald's turn. And Jasmine and I went on home. But then Judith was going back to Belfast again to see the performance last night. And the 8-year-old came home. They weren't home until 10:30 or so, 10:45 last night. And the 8-year-old was absolutely exhausted, of course. But it's been like crazy taxis. Crazy. But it was a good show. It was very, very good. It's amazing. I mean, they were all probably up to about 18 or 19, and some of them were absolutely fantastic. Some of them were crap. Why they couldn't find a boy to play Oliver. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Other stuff I've been up to. It's funny. I've been posting T-shirts and printing T-shirts of this week. Lots of stuff going out to all over the place. There was T-shirts going to California, Texas, some to the Netherlands, some into England. And I'm thinking, wow, this is really cool. I'm printing T-shirts,
right?
Get them unpacked, get them all away. I'm a little exporter now. I'm a wee manufacturing base. It's brilliant. Absolutely loving it. And this Tuesday coming, we're off to see it's a British comedian from Manchester, very strong accent guy, a fellow called John Bishop. He is pretty big over on TV here. So on Tuesday night, we've got a wee night out. I think that was booked for before COVID. And that's years ago. So
right,
we're eventually going to see that. So that should be good fun on Friday evening. Looking forward to that. So.
Cool.
And just busy. Just life is good. I can't believe how. I mean, I don't waste time. I don't understand. I mean, I catch the odd TV program here and there.
Right.
But it's here and there.
Right.
I just, me being off now, I thought, oh yeah, well, I'll just be able to sit and watch morning TV and just lie about and, get myself up at 11ish and, get moving.
Right,
it's just time's crazy, Kim. How are the horses and all the other bits and pieces?
They're good. The one that bummed his leg up there, was it last weekend? He seems to be doing fine. The swellings went down. He's got a little spot still on his leg, but hell, he's moving around like he never even did anything. So all's good. The kittens are fine,
Oh, the new one as well?
So far, so good. Yeah.
All settled in?
Yeah. Things are good. Things are looking up. So, the boys have been here, of course, this weekend. So, of course, they had to go out and check them out, pick them up, and mess with them. Of course, they're not very big yet. They are getting their eyes open though. But all the kittens would do to them was hiss at them, and of course the mama cats didn't care. So they're not real particular. They're used to me bugging them, so they didn't mind the boys. So
Jasmine would love a dog. She would love a dog. I wouldn't mind a dog again either. But Judith, no, just no way.
Right?
No, not happening. And there was one of the mums when I went to pick her up from school on Friday. One of the mums had brought along, she'd heard about this new little Jack Russell dog. It's a wee tiny, tiny pup. And they called it Twix. And it's so cute. And Jasmine just couldn't get her away. She just what do you do? What do you do? No wasting of time. That's it. Greg DeLacy. No wasting of time. Don't waste a minute. We have so little time left on this earth. We need to make use of every single one of them. Do we have a question from the community, Kim?
We have a couple of them actually.
Oh, okay. All right. What are those?
Alrighty. First one is from Playing Skills. He wants to know: do we like Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
This is from Uncharted, isn't it?
Hmm. No, well, I think they're musicians, so
Oh.
that shows you how much I know. So
I like a bit of Erasure.
right?
Dire Straits. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Who is Kendrick?
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm so friggin' old right now. I gotta see, who is Kendrick Lamar? Okay, maybe we can.
I don't listen to either one of them, so I'm out. If
Kendrick
it's not
Lamar.
like a rock band or something, I don't care. So
Okay, Kendrick Lamar versus Drake Beef. Okay, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I'm very old. He's an American rapper. He was born in 1987 when I almost had 20 years on him. And a release of a mixtape. Oh, okay. No. No.
neither.
Sorry, no. And Drake is either a duck or is another singer.
I'd rather you be a duck. I mean, if that was a question, then I'd go for the duck.
I'd have the
Anyway.
duck. Is a Canadian rapper and actor. And he contemporary acting, starring as Jimmy Brooks in the CTV children's TV teen series Degrassi, Next Generation. Drake been
Never
reporting.
watched that.
Yeah, well, he's Canadian. No, sorry. I'd rather go knitting. I don't know. I might tap my foot along to a tune if I know it, but sorry, no. I'm not in the queue to buy the latest CD. Who buys CDs? LPs.
Yeah.
No, sorry, can't help you. And Kim?
No, neither for me either. I don't listen to either one, so it's not really on my radar.
Okay.
Alrighty, well, next question.
What's the next question, Kim? I'm feeling a bit more wise about this next one.
Alrighty, pineapple on pizza. This is from Murphy's Law, by the way, and he posted another one in the chat, but I'll get to that one in a minute. But the first one is he wants to know pineapple on pizza, yay or nay?
I don't mind. I honestly don't mind. We would call that a Hawaiian pizza. Ham, cheese, and pineapple. I have no issue. It's not a crime to me.
Right.
But then again, I like fungus. So, and some of you don't like fungus, and
I like fungus.
yeah, so do I. Yeah, I like a good mushroom pizza. Mushrooms.
Exactly.
Do you mind a
don't
Hawaiian
have any-
pizza?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I used to, I think, back when I was younger, but now I don't care. I mean, because I know people that like anchovies and stuff on their pizza. Whatever floats your boat. I don't even know that I've actually tried pineapple pizza, so I may have to do that just to see if I like it or not. So
It's not sweet and sour. It's just an extra bit of sweet. I don't mind. Boomer wants Drake.
yeah, he take Drake. So
He'll take the Drake. Okay, so in the chat then, best, worst Mother's Day memory. What do you think?
I don't know. My mother and I didn't really get along, so I don't really have either one. So, and that's been so long ago that I don't know that I have a good or bad one, either one. So,
I think Mother's Day is earlier in the year. Here, it's already been and done. And I remember being very young and getting up very early in the morning and cutting a whole pile of my father and mother's prized daffodils and a lovely bunch.
there you go.
And bringing them in and giving them to her for Mother's Day, and she chewed the head of me because they were her daffodils from her driveway. And I thought I was doing a good thing. Is that a good one or a bad one? I suppose the bad one would be the time that she locked me away in the cupboard for 3 days because I broke her teapot, and that was over Mother's Day. And I wasn't allowed out the cupboard for 3 days, and I had to stay in there, and I had to eat all my dinner in there, and I wasn't allowed out for 3 full days because I broke her china teapot. That was tough. That's the sort of shaped my existence. It's why normal people are okay, but in small confined spaces. But I just think of my small confined spaces remind me of my mother and eating. I mean, that's why I have no problem about eating in a bathroom, because you eat whatever you can when you can, because you never know if it mightn't come to you, ever.
Right.
So that was an experience, but I forgive her. I forgive you, Mother. I know you passed away, and you're looking down on me now, and I'm sure you've got a tear in your eye, thinking that the China teapot wasn't really worth all of that, and I shouldn't have locked my son in the cupboard for 3 days. But it hasn't affected me at all, Kim. No.
I could tell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, yeah. So there you go. That's my mother did not lock me in the cupboard. It was a cold shed. But then again, I was in there with Diane Hamilton, and that was a different thing altogether. Playing doctors and nurses. All right. So game time, game stuff.
Shall we play a game?
I want to play a game.
You are one pathetic loser.
Oh, do we have? Shall we talk?
Sure.
Let's talk about those things.
Okay.
Oh.
Do we need to go over the monthly games?
Do you,
or are we good
yeah.
for
Do you
that?
want to? I mean, you don't have to.
Yeah, I can.
You can just
I
go
mean, yeah.
free sort of monthly games.
Right.
Just here, people. Look them up yourself.
Okay. Sure, go for it. Yeah, there's a few out there that look pretty good, and then there's some that don't look so good. So there you go. But they're free, so why the hell not?
Are there any additions?
No, not this month or this week, because I didn't look at Epic. So, but I'll look next
Okay.
week.
It's Destiny 2, Lightfall. That's good.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider Game of the Year edition, fantastic. Lego Star Wars 3, Clone Wars, very good.
Right.
Oh, and the Fallout 3, and that's been updated now.
Right.
Oh, my son, my electrician son might like an electrician simulator.
There you go.
There you are.
Yeah.
And from the 9th of May, Circus Electrique.
Yep.
Huh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's free stuff out there. You don't need to buy stuff. And in the news, it's going to be amazing, because that's
Right.
foreshadowing indeed. What have you been playing, Kim?
Oh, a lot of the same things. I haven't really played anything new this week. I dabbled with some more of Have a Nice Death, which I still really like. I actually beat one of the first bosses this week, so that was nice. It wasn't really as hard as I don't know. I guess I was making it out to be, or I just got lucky.
Yeah.
So it's on Game Pass. I think you'll like it. It's a roguelike, kind of like Hades, where if you die, you kind of have to start over, but it's not so bad. It's not really painful. I played some more Kingdom 2 Crowns, which now I've got Anthony addicted to, because the other night I was playing it, and I've got it on the Xbox, and of course we game share. So then he sends me a message a little bit later. He says, is there any way you could buy me that game, so that way when I fire it up and want to play it, I don't have to wait for you to stop playing it?
Oh, bless him.
So I ended up, Humble Bundle had a deal out for it, so I ended up buying it and the two other games in the series off a Humble Bundle and downloaded it on my Steam Deck. So I play it on the Steam Deck, he plays it on the Xbox. We're both happy.
This is another little 8-bit boyo.
Yeah, another little 8-bit side scroller. Little like sim management sort of. It's almost a Phil game, but I actually enjoy it. Not that I don't enjoy Phil type games, but it is definitely something I think Phil would like. So, because you're building a kingdom and trying to make a profit off of it. Plus, you're also trying to kill these little ghoulies that are coming after your profit.
Oh, you have to watch those ghoulies.
Yeah, you do. Speaking of ghoulies, Anthony and Owen were both here this weekend, so we played a little bit of Party Animals. That was fun as always. And then last but not least, I hopped on a little this afternoon. Boomer was on playing COD, so I hopped on and we did a little COD multiplayer.
He's a nice fella, is that Boomer.
He is. I've been telling people that for years.
He's very reliable. I mean that DeLacy fella, he's not as reliable. He doesn't show up in times. So.
I know, right?
And Boomer just seems to be.
We go to play Halo and no Greg.
Solid, reliable. Upstanding member of the community. A good. He's the sort of fella that you could bring home and put in the cupboard for 3 days.
So what have you been doing?
Well, I've been doing an awful lot of racing. I mean, again, that's it. I've had an epic week this week. It says expect, but an epic week this week racing, and there was a new car launched just at the surprise on Tuesday when I was streaming. There was an update came through, and a Ford, all of you Americans, a Ford Mustang GT3 was added to it, and I took it out, and it was tricky. But on Thursday I done 6 races live streaming, and I did it all in the GT3 Mustang, and really enjoyed it. It's not quite like any of the other cars out there. The gearing is a bit different. It's a heavy car. But it's really, really good, and really I've enjoyed it, and it's beautiful looking, and really, really nice addition to the game. And it was free, which was even better. Unfortunately, in my race before last, Kim, I made a terrible old man error.
Uh-oh.
So the way these races that I do through the day happens is you do a qualifying session, which usually lasts about 12 minutes. And I'm in my Mustang getting faster every race all day. And I got my fastest, my peanut butter, my personal best. And I came over the line with seconds to go. And I was on the stream going, yes. And just as I came over the line, the car ran out of fuel. Which is where you want to be. You want to be next to no fuel. And it ran out of fuel, and I just let the car coast for another couple of 100 feet. And you would usually pull off onto the grass to get out of the way of other people that are qualifying. But I just let it roll on because the session was over, and it stopped just before the next corner, on the apex of the corner. And the chat's going, the session's not over! It's not over! And about 8 cars went into the sand, into the barriers, crashing, because they couldn't get around the corner, and they were coming at full speed. And that is such a bad thing to do in this LFM series, which would be a ban. I mean, like a month, you would get a ban for doing that, because I wrecked 8 people. And I went back and I'm taking notes of everyone. I'm sending message to them all to say, hey, look, I'm mortified. I'm terrible. I'm a patron of this. I want good driving. I'm so sorry. It's a genuine mistake, because I was waiting for some of them to put a report in, and then I'll just have a look at it now, because I've been looking at it all weekend to make sure, because they can put a report in up to 72 hours. Oh, it's clear. Okay. After 72 hours after the event, I was just mortified that this was going to happen. Such an old man thing to do. There was when I crossed the line, I had got my best time. I'd run out of fuel, but there was still 2 or 3 seconds left on the clock.
Oof.
And there was people whizzing past, or maybe there was 10 or 15 seconds to let the other people pass. But I thought the checker flag was out. I'm such an old man, such an old fart. Anyway, as we're talking, as this podcast started, the launch of the Bongo World Series has happened automatically. So at 8 o'clock, the Bongo World Series, the registration has now opened at 8 o'clock this evening. It starts on the 20th of May. There's 3 legs. There's the Best of British, the Bongo's European Vacation, that's leg number 2, and the third leg is the US of Asian something else. Can't even remember the bloody name of it. So there's Best of British tracks, European tracks, and then the rest of the world. And there'll be six races in each leg over a 6-week period, and it's going to be lots of fun, aimed at newer drivers. And I've spent most of the day here. Actually, I cut a video yesterday, so editing it and getting it up, and it switched on YouTube at 8 o'clock this evening. So let's see if people start registering and see how that goes. So that's exciting. And then I'll be racing tonight at Bongo's Roulette at 9:30 this evening, and then we're off. Some admin stuff to do tomorrow, and then streaming all day Tuesday and all day Thursday. Practice on Tuesday night, racing on a round of the Warrior season on Thursday night. So but on Thursday, I was doing from 9:15 in the morning until about 4:15. And then I had a bit of a break, and I was back out there at 8:45 to do a 1.5 hour race. after that, and I still feel my shoulders are still tight because it's
Right.
yeah, it's hard. No, it's not. I'm
It's
having
a workout.
It's a workout. I'm having the time of my life, but it's a workout. It is a workout, but I'm having a ball. Honestly, I am so bloody lucky. It's so fantastic. So absolutely loving it. Lots going on in wee Bongo Land. Loving it. And we are at 949 subscribers now. 949.
Holy moly.
So we should hit that 1,000, all being well, by the end of the month. Early into next month. And funny, I've made it. I got an email from YouTube the other day, Kim. And I've sent an email to our channel partners, and you've been selected. This email is not going to lots and lots. It's going to be a small group of people. We would like you to possibly come along and do some events with some of our new and upcoming YouTubers. Wow. And we've got a rewards program for you. And here's your first reward if you want to claim it now. And I can go to Greg's, which is like a takeaway sausage roll place, and get a free sausage roll.
Hey, big time.
One free. I've got a code and all. I can go. One free sausage roll from Greg's. I'm a YouTuber. Thank you. This is free. Got this for YouTube. I should get it and frame it. It'll go moldy after a while. Oh, yeah. But that's it. That's me. Yeah, that's my life now. It's my life. So I wash the car a lot at the moment. My own wee car, and polish it a lot, and do the school runs, and do all the other bits and pieces. So good fun. Okay, news. I suppose you do the news.
Here is the fucking news.
Kim.
Yes.
If you had the chance to get a Nintendo Switch 2, would you get one?
Maybe.
Okay, well, there's some rumored release dates.
Right.
And the thought is that Nintendo's gearing up to get ready for its next console, because the original one was released in, believe it or not, 2017.
Right.
So after 7 years on the market, 140 million systems and more than 1 billion games sold, Nintendo is finally gearing up to announce its next piece of hardware. So we're not quite sure it will be called Switch 2 or whatever they call it. Nintendo always come up with some weird and wonderful names.
Right.
And there's been quite a lot of news about the next console lately and guessing specs, and we're not going to go into that. So, but there was a major development came on the May the 7th when Nintendo confirmed that the Switch 2, whatever it's called, will be announced, not released, but announced during the company's current fiscal year. So we'll know about it before April 2025. So that's within the year.
Right.
So, as I say, it was released in 2017. It's received commercial success, but fans always want something new and exciting. Nintendo's going to deliver the goods, whatever it may be. I mean, will it be bigger? Will it be more powerful?
I'm going to laugh if they call it the Switch U.
Oh dear. Switch U. You Switch?
Switch U.
Well, there is a U-Switch over here. It's a company that changes your electricity to cheaper places or something like that. Oh. U-Switch.
U-Switch.
Yeah, Switch 2. Switch it up. Switcher.
There you go.
The Switcher.
The Switcher, yeah.
Switch 2 will do rightly.
I think so.
Switch 2's okay. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, that's quite a long time for a piece of hardware. Yes,
it really is, yeah.
I mean, they had these, the slightly updated screens?
Yeah.
But that's about it, isn't it? They really haven't done much more than that.
They came out with the OLED, and that's about it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, it'd be interesting. I like my Switch, and it's amazing the stuff that they've managed to shoehorn into it now, and some of the games that are playing. Isn't The Witcher on it and stuff like that as well now?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, it's very, it's good. It's good. It'll catch on, It might.
Yeah.
You need to have a look. I think it's settled in now well, and
All right. I'll take a look.
Xbox president says that every game from its studios, well, the ones they have left open, will launch day one on Game Pass. Here is the question. Does that mean that Call of Duty could be launching on Game Pass as they do that? Like,
I hope so, because then that means I don't
James
have to
T.
buy
Kirk?
another one. So.
Call of Duty could be launching on Game Pass. So while we already know that Microsoft first-party games are included in Game Pass on launch day, Xbox leadership has once again reiterated that fact. In an interview with Bloomberg at Bloomberg Tech in San Fran, Dirty Cisco, Xbox President Sarah Bond said, "You're going to see some more really big games into Game Pass later this year." The interviewer interjected with ivermectin to say, "From Activision?" And Bond replied, "Across the whole slate." This suggests that the next Call of Duty game will be added to Game Pass on launch day, even though there are reports that Microsoft is internally debating on whether to go down that route. Some theorize that putting the future Call of Duty releases onto Game Pass would negatively impact the game's sales. With its acquisition of Activision Blizzard, Microsoft is now under much more financial scrutiny to make a good on the $69 billion cost. Microsoft is also reportedly considering raising the price of Game Pass Ultimate. Earlier this week, Microsoft shut down several of its studios, including Arcane Austin and Tango Gameworks. Reportedly, they were closed due to changing of thoughts on resources, and that the timeline for their pitch projects was too far out. Now, isn't that interesting? The whole... So if it's free, right, with your Game Pass, ooh, would you buy it for PlayStation?
Well, I wouldn't, but if it was free on Game Pass, I'd be more likely to buy the season passes.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have already spent the $70 on the game, so that would free up, the $30 or whatever it is for the Game Pass for when the seasons come out. So I'd be more likely to spend my money there. So, I mean, I think they would still make money on it. So
Is this not exactly what Sony were frightened of?
Probably.
I don't know. I do they need to bring it? Okay, if they wanted to stick the boot into Sony, they would do this. But I don't think they need to, because I think Call of Duty was sell year on year on year on year without giving it away free. They could, give a few of the updates away in Game Pass rather than the whole game. But financially, that's a lovely injection of money to get every single year. I don't know. Very interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens. And I think there is a Microsoft thingy around the 9th of June. I think there is an update around the early June time. So we'll maybe hear more about that then. In fact, also there's a Nintendo one. I don't think there's much chance about hearing anything about Switch 2 at that stage. So there's quite a few of the summer updates from the companies. New release stuff. What do we got?
Yeah, there's a few. Let me see. Let me go over here and we'll scroll down and we'll see. Alrighty, your new releases for May 12th through the 19th are Homeworld 3 for the PC on May 13th, Biomutant for the Switch on May 14th, Paladins. No idea what that is. But it's for the PC on May 15th. Please Fix the Road. I swear to God, nobody screwed with the title. That is the name of the game. I think it's a game that must be set where I live because some of our roads are awful. But anyway, Please Fix the Road for the Xbox Series X and S and Xbox One, May 15th. I wonder if that's some sort of like road maintaining simulator sort of thing, but I don't know. I guess we'll have to look it up.
Fix the Road. Pothole simulator.
Fix the road. You're going around filling potholes and putting down asphalt. Anyway,
she was only a road
Terminal...
mender's daughter, but she really did like her asphalt.
Oh boy. Slayers X Terminal Aftermath Vengeance of the Slayer. Jesus Christ, that's a title. PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Switch, May 15th. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut for the PC, May 16th. Good. Which apparently there's a big ballyhoo over that because there's a bunch of countries that won't be available in.
Like what?
So That's not going to be good. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes.
Why?
I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's got something to do with the fact you have to sign into a PlayStation Plus account or a PlayStation account. And I know there's a lot of countries that they don't get the PlayStation, Plus account. So I could kind of like the same thing Helldivers 2 was going into last week. That's why everybody was having such an uproar over that. So, and I'm.
What's this? Is that Lorelei? What is that?
Yeah, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. I don't know if they're Laser Eyes.
Lorelai's a great name, isn't it? Lorelei. Yeah. And the Laser
Eyes.
You
can find out if you buy it on the Switch or PC on May 16th. So.
Lorelei and the Laser Eyes.
Yeah.
What is that? Lorelei.
The hell of a title, isn't it?
Laser Eyes. Laser eye treatment. Okay. Okay, it looks like a puzzle. Okay, it's just okay. It's out on Steam already, and it looks like a little puzzly type thing.
Maybe I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, sure. I think you'll like that. That'll be yeah. Okay, a maze type thing. You're walking around a maze. Okay.
Alrighty. We have Please Fix the Road again, but this time for the PS5 and PS4 and Switch on May 16th. And then last but not least, we have Read Only Memories, Neurodiver for the PS5, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. It's amazing. Xbox One, but not the Xbox Series X or S. Anyway, it'll be out May 16th. So there you go. That's your new releases this week.
Huh.
Yeah.
Please Fix the Road actually looks like, okay, you know those city building games? Like, yeah, it looks a bit like that.
Oh, it's another Phil game.
Yeah, but it looks a bit more basic than that. It looks very, very pretty.
All right.
There you go. Yeah, there's all these wee people working away on their games that we never look at and read old memories. Okay, so did you have a Halo night through the week?
No, we did not. I think they were supposed to play Halo on Friday, but I was recuperating, so I didn't make it. So.
And did they do anything on Wednesday?
No, they didn't do anything on Wednesday.
They're just bloody useless.
I know, right? Greg had some stuff coming up, so.
It's just ridiculous. I mean, what are the people supposed to do? It's just horrible. It's just.
He's a slacker.
Absolutely. Anyway, look, on Tuesday night, you can come along and join us and practice with us. So join the Bongo Racing. Go to bongosbits.com. You'll find all the details there. And Thursday night, we've got a championship race. Well worth watching. It'll be very exciting. Allegedly, there's Fatal Fridays, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock in the UK times, where they play things or not. And that's about it. A quick show tonight. But that's fine and dandy. And I would like to shout out some people, and I'll get there, but you can email the show at ocpodcast@gmail.com. We're on tweeters, at Xers, at X's, at OC_podcast, and the Facebook is fb.ocpod.com. Leave a comment, be lovely, and don't forget to hit subscribe if you're watching us on YouTubes. Have you frozen? Kim?
Yeah.
Oh, you're frozen. You've done, you froze a bit. Anyway, and I'd like to say hi to Greg and Greg's mum. Hey, Greg's mum, you've got it going on. And to everybody else that's out there watching the show, it's fantastic, and we'll see you all next week. And Kim, what about you?
I'm gonna shout out Boomer and, surprisingly enough, Greg. We're both in the chat today, so thank you guys.
Yay.
Oh, we just crashed on Twitch, I think.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you're back. You're moving again.
Oh, well, good. Other than that, I hope everybody has a good week. And, that's me.
And I hope your gub and Mark's gub feels a lot better soon.
You and me both.
And I'm away to get back into my cupboard again. Thanks for watching, everybody, and see you out there. We'll have this up tomorrow for an audio version of it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hit like, subscribe. Oh my goodness, what an extra subscriber. I'm going to hit the thumbs up button right now. Way! All right, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Overseas Connection podcast. See you same time next week.